Hello TK! I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's weekend. So we are going to get started today with our fine motor lesson, and we are going to work on some Valentine things, okay? You're going to need your envelope, your sandwich bag that has the cardboard with a heart in it, and the yarn. Keep the color construction paper inside. That's for something else next week, okay? You will need a pair of scissors and tape for this project, okay? All right, go ahead and go gather your materials, and I'll see you back soon. Okay, so we are going to make a heart medallion or a little heart necklace or just a fun, cute heart decoration. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is go ahead and make sure you put your scissors on correctly. Okay, 2 fingers at the bottom, thumb at the top, cutting always away from you. And then I want you to go ahead and cut out the heart. It's gonna be a little bit harder to cut because it's on cardboard paper and not just regular paper. So you'll have to squeeze those fingers harder, okay? But you're stronger now, so it should be not as hard. So when you get down to the middle of the top of the curve right here, and it's difficult for you, stop. You see all this right here? This is extra stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to the middle and I'm gonna just cut that off. See? Here we go. We didn't need this part. So whenever you're cutting and you've got pieces of paper that you cut off and you're not going to use, if it's just dangling, cut it off. Makes it a lot easier, okay? So now I can continue right here, or I can start from this way up. So I'm gonna start from this way up because it might be easier starting to curve this way. Okay, there we go. And it seems easier for me that way. All right, so I have my heart, okay? If you are still cutting your heart, go ahead and pause the video, finish cutting, and then return. All right, so now we're going to find the end of the yarn, and it doesn't matter which way because we're gonna cover this whole heart up. But I'm gonna find the end of my yarn, put it right in the middle of my heart right here, okay? And I take my tape and make sure I tape that down nicely. There we go, okay? And now, if you want this to just be like a dangling ornament like this, then you'll give yourself about this much yarn, okay? But if you want it to, let's say you want it to be a necklace, then you need to make sure that it can go over your head and you can pull it over your head and out. So you'll need to give yourself more yarn, okay? So I think, I don't know, a necklace is pretty fun. So I think I'm gonna make a necklace. All right, so you see that? I'm gonna give myself this much, and then I'm gonna take a piece of tape and I'm gonna tape the yarn right to the middle, okay? All right, so now I'm going to twirl this around my finger, okay? Just to make sure that when we start working, we're not going to accidentally use this part of the yarn, okay? So what we're going to do is we're gonna take this yarn and we're just going to wrap it around the heart, okay? Any which way you want. But I suggest that you start at the top and secure this so that you see how now it's just sticking out, okay? So there we go. I'm just gonna go loop it back and forth up here, okay? Until I feel like, okay, I think that's secured right there. That's good. Okay, now you're just gonna continue that, and you can go from this side, you can go sideways over here, and see, you can just go around the heart, whichever way you want, but okay, but make sure you don't tie up this loop. Okay, so I'm just gonna go loop. Maybe I'll loop around a few times this way before I change direction. And I'm gonna go around this way now, okay? And what we wanna do is we wanna cover all of the, the cardboard, okay? So now I'm gonna change direction. Maybe I'll go this way. Yeah. And so you'll have to make sure that your helping hand holds down the yarn while your other hand, your dominant hand, does the wrapping. You see how I'm using this finger right here and holding that down, and my thumb is holding it in the middle? There. And I do about 3 in each area, and then I move to the next area. And as I do that, I'm gonna slowly close all the cardboard, okay? And you'll see it looks very cool and the more chaotic it looks, so the more you move it around from place to place, the better it comes out looking. You see? So now I'm gonna wrap in the middle, and I think I've done about 4 wraps. So now I'm gonna change my position, and you see I have some cardboard up here, so I'm gonna go diagonal up there. I'm gonna take my pointer finger and hold it down so that it doesn't slide. And there we go. There we go. And as you keep twisting around, it'll start to stay in place better. Okay. Oh, my heart is looking good. It's starting to look like a pretty necklace here. And then it's gonna look kind of like 3D-ish, because the middle of the heart is going to be a little bit poofier. It's gonna stick out more than the side of the hearts. So I think I wanna go over here a little bit more, because this side doesn't seem like it's got enough. So. And there is my heart. You know what? I think I'm gonna cover this a little bit more. So I'm gonna take some off of this area that's really super covered here. So, and I'm gonna move it over here to cover this area a little bit more up here. Yeah. All right. And when you get to the very end, what you want to do is you want to tuck it in underneath the other yarn, okay? So I'm going to, and this one, mommies or daddies or grandmas might need to help you. It's a little tricky, right? So I have to tuck under one yarn there, and I'm gonna pull to make it tight. And then I'm gonna find another string of yarn, and I'm just gonna keep tucking under maybe 3 or 4 of them, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna find another one, pick it up, tuck it under, pull it out, okay? I'm gonna find another one, pick it up, tuck it under, pull it out, maybe one more. I'm really running to the very end of my yarn here. Do you see the end of my yarn? Yeah, I think I can tuck it in one more and maybe hide it right underneath it. And there you have it. I just made a beautiful heart necklace that I can give to anybody, or I can wear because it's so beautiful. All right? Well, I hope you have a fun time working on it. I know it's a little tricky, but don't give up. Okay? Bye-bye, TK.